Did you know that every 45 seconds, someone in the world is silently attacked by a brain stroke, the deadliest type of stroke? If you've ever had a sudden splitting headache, blurred vision, or a moment of numbness on one side of your body that quickly passed, that could have been an early warning sign of a stroke in seniors. Many people assume that a stroke comes with dramatic pain or obvious symptoms, but the truth is, it often strikes silently, triggered by blocked arteries, ruptured blood vessels, or silent brain bleeds. And the scariest part? The very moment a stroke hits, your brain begins losing millions of cells every single second. So what exactly happens inside your brain during a stroke? How can you prevent a stroke caused by an aneurysm or a blood clot you never knew you had? This video is your map to uncovering the hidden strategies of how strokes attack, from how they form to how they destroy, and more importantly, how you can survive and protect yourself. Before we explore the hidden attack strategies of a stroke, let me share what happened to one man, someone just like you. Michael, 58 years old, was picking apples at his local grocery store in Florida. His wife had just stepped away for a moment to grab milk, but when she returned, she found Michael standing still, his arm hanging limply by his side, his eyes distant and confused. She called his name. He mumbled something incomprehensible. Then, suddenly, he collapsed to the floor right between the fruit aisles as bystanders screamed for help. A quick-thinking employee called 911. Paramedics arrived within 10 minutes, but during each passing minute, millions of Michael's brain cells were being destroyed. At the hospital, doctors confirmed it was a stroke caused by a blood clot that traveled from his heart. Michael had atrial fibrillation, a condition he stopped treating because he felt fine. He survived, but he lost his ability to speak for months and needed intensive physical therapy just to walk again. If we had gotten to the hospital even 5 minutes earlier, maybe the damage wouldn't have been so severe, his wife said with tears in her eyes. If someone you love shows even one strange symptom for just a few minutes, don't wait. Call for help. Know the signs. Understand how a stroke attacks before it's too late.
What is a brain stroke? The main attack strategies. A stroke, also known as a cerebrovascular accident, occurs when the vital blood supply to a part of your brain is suddenly interrupted or drastically reduced. Deprived of oxygen and essential nutrients, brain cells begin to die within mere minutes. Stroke employs 3 primary attack strategies. 1. Ischemic stroke, choking off the brain's lifeline. This is the most common form of attack, accounting for about 87% of all strokes. The brain is essentially starved when a blood vessel supplying it becomes blocked by a blood clot. Scenario 1. The inside job, atherosclerosis. Like silent saboteurs, fatty deposits, plaque, gradually accumulate inside your arteries, narrowing and hardening them. If these plaques rupture, platelets rush to the scene, forming a clot that can completely obstruct blood flow. Major community concern. How can we proactively defend against atherosclerosis, this internal enemy that seems to be the root of so many heart and brain issues? The answer lies in embracing a scientifically backed healthy lifestyle, a balanced diet low in harmful fats, regular physical activity, steering clear of tobacco, and meticulously managing blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol levels. Scenario 2. The stealth operative from afar, embolic stroke. A blood clot forms elsewhere in the body, often in the heart due to conditions like atrial fibrillation, or in larger arteries like the carotid arteries, then breaks free, travels through the bloodstream, and lodges in a smaller brain artery, abruptly cutting off circulation. Many are asking, which heart conditions act as the most dangerous launching pads for these traveling blood clots? Critical to note, atrial fibrillation is a prime culprit. Additionally, heart valve disorders, heart failure, or the period following a heart attack significantly elevate this risk. Vigilant management of underlying heart conditions is a crucial shield.
2. Hemorrhagic stroke, the destructive blow from within. This type of stroke occurs when a blood vessel within the brain ruptures. Blood, normally a life giver, spills into the surrounding brain tissue, exerting pressure and directly destroying brain cells. An insightful question from our readers: why is uncontrolled high blood pressure such a key accomplice in this type of hemorrhagic attack? What's the specific mechanism? Explanation: persistently high blood pressure is like subjecting an old pipe to constant excessive force. It weakens the blood vessel walls, making them prone to bulge, aneurysm, and eventually burst. Other factors include the improper use of blood thinners, brain aneurysms, or blood clotting disorders, all increasing the risk of this internal dam break. 3. Transient ischemic attack, or TIA, the dangerous warning shot. Often dubbed a mini-stroke or a warning attack, a TIA involves a temporary disruption of blood flow to the brain. The attack symptoms are identical to a full stroke, like facial droop, arm weakness, or speech difficulty, but typically last only a few minutes to less than 24 hours before resolving completely. Never underestimate this warning. Even though symptoms disappear, a TIA is an extremely serious red alert signaling a high probability of a major stroke in the near future. Approximately 10 to 15% of people who experience a TIA will suffer a full-blown stroke within 3 months. Therefore, a TIA is a medical emergency and must be treated with utmost urgency. A sobering share from someone who's been there. My father had TIA symptoms, slurred speech and slight arm weakness, but they vanished quickly, so our family became complacent. A month later, he had a massive stroke. Please, no one should ever dismiss these warning shots. The life or death race against time. Every second is brain. When a stroke attacks, a desperate race against time begins. With each passing minute, millions of precious brain cells are destroyed. The longer the delay in treatment, the more widespread the brain damage, leading to catastrophic impacts on movement, thought, balance, speech, vision, and potentially life itself. Swiftly recognizing the signs and getting the person to a medical facility equipped for stroke intervention is the absolute golden key. Recognizing the attacker, the BEFAST golden rule. Arm yourself with the BEFAST acronym to recognize the attacker. It could save a life. B. Balance. Sudden dizziness, loss of balance, or unexplained trouble walking. E. Eyes. Sudden blurred or lost vision in one or both eyes, or double vision. F. Face. Facial drooping on one side, an uneven smile. Ask the person to smile. A. Arms. Weakness or numbness in one arm or leg, especially on one side of the body. Ask the person to raise both arms. One arm may drift downward or be unable to lift. S. Speech. Slurred speech, difficulty speaking, inability to form coherent sentences, or trouble understanding others. Ask the person to repeat a simple sentence. T. Time is brain. If you observe any of these signs, call 911 or your local emergency number immediately. Do not delay. An impactful community insight. Remembering and quickly applying FAST saved my loved one's life. We made it to the hospital within the golden window, significantly minimizing the long-term effects. Everyone should commit these signs to memory. Emergency action. Race to medical help. When you suspect someone is under a stroke attack, the #1 priority is to get them to the nearest stroke-specialized medical center immediately. Every single moment is critical. building your defense line against stroke. A common question from our community is, how can we prevent a stroke attack? The empowering news is that up to 80% of stroke attacks can be prevented if we proactively build a strong defense line by managing risk factors. Keep blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar within healthy, doctor-recommended ranges. Maintain a healthy body weight. Adopt a brain-friendly diet, rich in vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. Significantly reduce salt, sugar, and unhealthy trans and saturated fats. Engage in regular physical activity. Quit smoking and strictly limit alcohol consumption. Schedule regular health checkups to detect and neutralize potential risks early. Life after the attack. Challenges and the fierce will to reclaim life. Many express concern about the journey after a stroke attack. It is indeed a long and arduous path demanding immense willpower from the survivor, unwavering support from the family, and dedicated professional rehabilitation. Therapies including physical, occupational, speech, and psychological support are vital tools to help survivors maximize their independence and reclaim their quality of life.
A stroke doesn't wait for you to be ready. It strikes suddenly, from a mild headache, a stumble, or a slurred sentence. Whether caused by a blocked artery, a brain bleed, or a quick-passing TIA, every warning sign of stroke deserves immediate action. Don't assume it's nothing. Don't wait until it's too late to realize you missed the golden window to save a life, maybe even your own. You're not too old, you're not too late, but you must start today. Memorize the signs. Share this video with at least 3 people you care about. And if you've witnessed a stroke yourself, leave a comment so others can learn from your experience. One share could save a life. Be the reason someone survives.